I'm like, damn, did you like GameCube, Don? After all this praising, do you even like GameCube, bro?
Okay.
Yo, what up? It's your boy BigDonSkillz bringing you another video today. We got an interesting one today. We got a topic coming from the Game Awards Twitter channel, bringing 4 consoles together, asking which one of these classic Nintendo consoles is the best out of the 4. So we're bringing some interesting stuff to the table here. We're going to check things out. We're going to have a little debate, and we're going to see what you all think about it. So let's get into it. All right, if you see right here, the Game Awards, the one that you were hearing about a few months ago, has posted a really interesting thing as of yesterday. So we got which was the best classic Nintendo console out of these 4. So we have the original NES, we have the Super Nintendo, we've got the GameCube, and we got the Nintendo 64. One of the interesting things about this debate, I just want to start something off actually before I even get into that. People are disrespecting the GameCube, and I need y'all to fall back. People are putting a lot of disrespect on the GameCube. Nah, we are not bashing the GameCube today, man. People are heavily sleeping on it, and that is not my number one choice. But I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna break down some of the classic games that are on the system, and then talk about maybe a few of my favorites as well, and then we'll really kind of slide into everything. So we're gonna start with Nintendo first, right? I know this is a Google search. This isn't a big comprehensive list or whatever, but this is just all for fun. Now, some of the games that are notorious, that are really good on Nintendo. We've got Super Mario Bros. 3, the original Legend of Zelda. We got Tetris, which is pretty iconic. Kirby, original Metroid. So Donkey Kong, Tecmo Bowl, which is a classic. These are all good games. Double Dragon, Bubble Bobble, which I didn't even know was a Nintendo game. So we have a lot of stuff on here that essentially was the foundation for all these other systems. So with that alone, Nintendo deserves its respect. Now also at the same time, these Nintendo games are the oldest, and you know, by that result, some may not have aged the best, but they have that classic charm, and that's why people love it. Because retro games had their own source of like charm and difficulty. Plus you get Mega Man, you get the Mega Man series, come on bro. So Nintendo deserves a lot of respect. This is definitely a great console, the foundation for everything afterwards. So you never dog on the original. Now we're gonna slide on next to the I'm gonna try and not let my biases slip through, okay? Super Nintendo, man. I got the SNES Classic right behind me. This list doesn't even, it's not even close to the games that would even come to my mind, which is ridiculous. The catalog for the Super Nintendo is absolutely insane. Donkey Kong Country. I can list all these games. Look at them. Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart, Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Super Bomberman, which is a gem. A lot of people didn't play Super Bomberman. Yoshi's Island, F-Zero, the Kirby's All-Star Earthbound, Star Foxes, Super Mario RPG, even the Street Fighter 2 versions on Super Nintendo played really well. Chrono Trigger, arguably the best RPG ever made. Like, Mega Man X, which to me are my favorite Mega Man games. Yeah, I can't keep going. Tetris Attack. One of the most slept on. I wouldn't even say this is slept on, honestly. Best puzzle game ever, dude. Final Fantasy VI. Like, Turtles in Time, my favorite co-op game of all time. You see where my biases are going towards this? Super Nintendo, I think, if we were to talk about the best consoles of all time, Super Nintendo, man. Super Nintendo. A lot of the games have aged extremely well. The graphics for what they were have aged extremely well. And you look at HD remakes and, you know, or not even HD remakes, but just, you know, just upgrading the graphics. And these games just look amazing, man. You put a nice little filter on it, or just, you know, brighten the colors up a little bit, just throw it through HD. And most of these games look ridiculous, dude. RPG Collection is the best RPGs of all time, next to what, PlayStation 1? PlayStation 1 and Super Nintendo, That's not even part of this video. Man, let me stop it. Let me stop it. Y'all already know where I'm going with this, man. And Super Nintendo had a ton of arcade games on it too. That, you know, at the time, consoles were still catching up to the quality of arcade games. Those were always a superior version. But Super Nintendo, man, was the beginning of that, you know, them really starting to catch up and trying to be side to side with arcade games. Now we jump to Nintendo 64. All right. It's a bad boy right here, man. I grew up playing, I think out of all these consoles, Nintendo 64 is probably the one I played the most. As far as a pure console standpoint, excluding emulation, things like that. Probably Nintendo 64. And this was like the first step in 3D gaming. You had Nintendo 64 and, like I said, PS1, even though it's not part of this video. But those were like the pioneers of like modern 3D gaming, right? So Mario 64, man. You saw what they did with the Switch. This is renowned as one of the best 3D platformers of all time. And still plays really, really well. Even despite the ageness of, you know, its controls. Mario Kart 64. Probably my personal favorite Mario Kart. Amazing game. Ahead of its time. They used some really clever things too with the sprite animation, mixing it with the 3D. A lot of really cool stuff you read about that. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Classic, bro. Also known as one of the best games of all time. That's like a top 10 in like everybody's top 10. GoldenEye, man. Although this game has not aged well, we're not really talking about that in that sense, but GoldenEye unfortunately hasn't aged well, but at the time that it came out, this was the best multiplayer game ever made. Easily the best multiplayer game ever made. This was Halo before Halo. Like when everybody was rocking playing, you know, at each other's houses with Halo, nah, there was GoldenEye 64 before that. Donkey Kong 64, amazing. And nobody seems to really talk about this game anymore. I don't know why. I feel like Banjo-Kazooie overshadows this, and y'all know I'm not a Banjo-Kazooie fan at all. But Donkey Kong 64, like, it was really, really good. And the level design and the depth of the game was just like unheard of for its time, man. Amazing. Perfect Dark, essentially GoldenEye 2. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Fun fact, that is a game to this day I still have never gotten past the first part. So call me boomer or whatever, but I could never like get past when you first get to the city. So essentially the beginning of the game. Star Fox 64, another amazing multiplayer game, dude. Oh my god. Do a barrel roll. Stop it. Conker's Bad Fur Day. See, now you're making me think, dude. Like, Nintendo 64 is ridiculous. This catalog is ridiculous. And these were some of the first, like, 3D games. And I'm surprised how well Nintendo, I think, especially over, you know, Sony and some of these other ones, were able to, like, make these early 3D games when it was still a brand new concept and have the games age extremely well. Conker's Fur Day, I mean, it was like the South Park of games back in the day. Diddy Kong Racing, the game that everybody wants back. I wish they would announce a remake for this year. Diddy Kong Racing. Dude, I'm talking about this more than Super Nintendo. Pokemon Snap, that's getting a remake this year. The Mario parties, Pokemon Stadium. Oh my gosh, like, I wish Game Boy Color was in this debate, but obviously it can't be for just the sake of arguments. Never played Road Squadron. The first Super Smash Brothers. It started it all. Kirby 64, Wave Racer, bro. Oh my god. Mario Tennis. Like, okay, bro. Blast Corps. That game was sick. Hey You Pikachu. I didn't really play that. Listen, Turok, Quake. Okay. You see where I'm going with this? All these consoles are ridiculous, man. I don't think 64 didn't have quite the RPGs that Super Nintendo did. That's one thing I will say, though. 64 didn't really have the JRPGs of Super Nintendo, but it didn't really need that either. I feel like it didn't really need that. All right, last but definitely not least, man, we're moving over to GameCube, where people were disrespecting GameCube, man. I remember when they first announced the GameCube and when it came out, people were bashing on this controller, bro. People bash on the GameCube so hard, dude. People all talk about this controller looks stupid. This controller is dumb. Why is the C stick in the bottom right corner? Why is this little ass D-pad? People were roasting the GameCube controller, and now all people complain about and try and play now is GameCube controllers. It's just funny how things change over time. But yeah, don't act like people weren't just dogging on this console its entire lifespan, despite the amazing catalog that it had, dude. Melee. Man, if you watch this channel, you already know how iconic Melee is. This game is so popular that people have modded it and they're playing it online, like in 2020. One of the biggest competitive games in the world. Like, it's crazy. Melee, Mario Sunshine, that just got a remake too, remaster, whatever you gonna call it. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, although I never finished it, great game still. Double Dash, although my least favorite Mario Kart, it is what it is. I won't lie, I wasn't a Metroid Prime fan either, but I'm like, damn, did you like GameCube, Don? After all this praising, do you even like GameCube, bro? Mario, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, I got this for Christmas, amazing game. Twilight Princess, which I forgot came out on the GameCube. I thought this was always a Wii game, but yeah, this was kind of like what they did with Breath of the Wild. So it was cross-gen. Luigi's Mansion, didn't play that either. F-Zero GX, didn't play that either. These are all good games. The first Animal Crossing, Coliseum, Metal Gear Solid Substance, I think that's what that one was. So the GameCube I actually got came with this Master Quest or whatever it was, The Legend of Zelda. It was the black GameCube, and it came with this. It came with Ocarina of Time, I think Majora's Mask, and like the first two Zelda games, and then like a demo. So it's funny, as I'm going through this GameCube list, I'm like, damn, I have not played a lot of these GameCube games. But I love my GameCube, and I thought it was great. It was still a lot of fun. But you can still see the foundation of like how these games laid things out for other, even stuff in the future, man. Like it's all a like continuous foundation on one another. But GameCube was not a garbage console, man. It just had like, people just dismissed it early on without even playing it. And people do this a lot with a lot of stuff. They'll dismiss things without playing it. So, Beautiful Joe though. Beautiful Joe was fire, even though that was on PS2. Like, this console's not bad, man. Star Fox Adventures, wish I played that, didn't play it. I'm contradicting myself as I'm talking about the GameCube, but it's all good. Tales of Symphonia, I'm playing Tales of Vesperia now, it's great. Soul Calibur, dude, Soul Calibur Link Edition? Come on, man. That was the best Soul Calibur solely off of Link. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, that's a big deal. That was a big deal. Legend of Zelda 4 Swords, that was a big deal. Crystal Chronicles, see, we're getting hot now. We're getting hot. Come on, man. Don't sleep on this console, bro. I had Resident Evil 4, a game that was like 10 years ahead of its time, dude. I don't know how Resident Evil 4 came out on the GameCube. I don't know how that wasn't like an Xbox 360 game. I don't know how. So, man, this was a great console. It was very powerful, underrated, really portable and small too. That was a good thing. It was like a lot lighter than all the other consoles. It was good, man. It was good. But with that being said, I mean, like, which one was the best? Dude, you saw me talking about 64 and Super Nintendo, man. It's hard, bro. It's like, I think I have to give it to Super Nintendo, because the variety of games that it had was ridiculous. It had the best platformers. It had the best, still to this day, the best RPGs. Fighting games were pretty solid. It just had everything, man. And that's why when the Game Boy Advance came out, all these games were, a lot of games were Super Nintendo games, because that genre was just so fire, bro. It was fire. It was fire, man. But I don't know. It was dope, man. There was just so many good consoles. And this isn't even all the Nintendo consoles. We left out the portables. We left out the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, Pocket, regular Game Boy, DS, 3DS. You know, there's probably more stuff I think about. The Wii's not in here. Look, scroll down. The Switch isn't in here. So there's a lot of consoles that weren't even in here. The Wii U, I mean, that's at the bottom. But, man, bro, like, I don't know, bro. Like, these were all amazing consoles, man. They've all played a big part in Nintendo's identity. So let me know what y'all think, man. I've been talking for 16 minutes. Let me shut my butt up, dude. And I appreciate y'all stopping by today, man. Let me know what y'all think of everything. It was just fun just to kind of talk about this stuff because it brought out my childhood. But if you like the video, you know what to do, man. Elbow drop that like button. Hadouken, Shoryuken. Just do something weird, man. Whatever it does to turn the thumbs up blue, do that for me. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day, man. I'll see y'all soon. Deuces, y'all. Peace out. Peace out.